Welcome to Colonize the Ocean podcast, where we discuss oceanic colonization, exploration, and education with your hosts Adam Jewell and Brendan Traxler.
So when we're looking at underwater habitats, we've talked about before is that one of the things we have to look at is the ecological impact that we have with them, and not only what do we do with the habitat that's in the water and how does it affect the marine environment around it, but more so, what can we be doing to help out the situation or further the cause of conservation and marine sciences and stuff along those lines. And whether you're looking at salt water out in the ocean or whether you're looking at fresh water, there's different areas that where you can help out with. um, Even most people are looking at the ocean and they know the issues at play, whether it's garbage getting dumped out there, whether it's oil spills, whether it's all the type of stuff that we see about in the news all the time. But freshwater has the same type of issues, not the same type of issues, but they have issues as well, whether it's, again, trash is another reason, even that, because a lot of those freshwater don't have anywhere to go, where the ocean, it's moving around and stuff like that. The freshwater has rivers and lakes and lots of places for garbage to build up, usually in the river areas, but in the lakes as well. And um, therefore, sometimes that has issues with filtering those pollutants out in one way or another. And what underwater habitats can do is they can monitor that. And we have different ways of monitoring that now. And we do, I think, a decent job. You don't hear about it as much in the freshwater areas. But as more and more people vacation or travel to these areas, the more and more damage is done, whether it is just by man-made waste, or whatever. Deforesting breaks down stuff and water's running. I'm getting off the track here of what I'm trying to talk about in general here, and I apologize for that. I'm also recording this really late at night at this point in time. I had the notes on this, but I was fine-tuning them here at the very end. And so I'm a little over, so bear with me on this one. I'll try to keep it short. I guess my point, let me circle back here to the point in all of this, is that whether we are building underwater habitats out in the ocean, or as we're looking at doing here at the beginning, and then the freshwater areas, it doesn't have to just be a self-serving or just for scuba divers or for people to vacation in. It could be used for different scientific reasons as well, on top of what's already being done. We've seen scientific habitats in the past, and that's all they were, was science research. But why can't we have a hybrid where we're using it day in and day out for just everyday Joes to go scuba dive down to, or somebody to go Airbnb it, but at the same time that we've got all this technology strapped to it that can monitor these effects, can take samples of these effects, can be alerting and sending information back, while slowly making these places a more pristine, a cleaner, and a better place for not only the livestock that's in the waters, but all of us around here that consume the waters that come from that as well, and therefore better for us as well. So I think that while we do a great job now, I think, of sampling and testing the waters and all this kind of stuff, I think we can do a whole lot better. And I think one way that can happen is by having permanent structures in there that we can be monitoring and testing and stuff on a more in-depth basis. And maybe I'm on fluff field, and this is one of the reasons I like to have people on the talk about this type of stuff. So I'm going to do a little call to action here. And if you are involved in any of this type of stuff, that the conservation of water or the marine areas, whether fresh or salts, I'd love to be able to talk to you, have you on. Let's do an interview and talk about this stuff. So if somebody knows somebody out there that has a background in this, let's talk. But the question for this week is, what do you think the biggest benefit from a conservation standpoint do underwater habitats pose moving forward?